Good morning on what is a mild, bright and sunny day. It is Monday, October the 2nd. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and a parcel to continue unboxing. What I'm going to pull out of here, bit of a surprise. It is this. Fast and Furious Highway Heist, a cooperative strategy game by Prospero Hall and published by Funko Games. Now, everyone, when you think of when they think of Funko, doesn't think of games, but they do publish games, and some of them are very good, especially the ones from Prospero Hall. Prospero Hall are responsible for things like American Horror. The classic Universal Monsters horror board game, and Jaws, the board game, which are really very good. So I have high hopes for this. Now the curious thing is that I'm not a fan of the films. In fact, I've not actually seen a single Fast and Furious film. They involve a lot of car chase. I mean, it's not car chases, but they're not something I go out of my way to watch. I quite like car chases in action, but I'm not a huge fan of action films per se. So it'd be interesting to see what this is like. But what I do like is vehicular combat board games. So Fast and Furious Highway Heist. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Dominic Toretto. This game is for ages 12 plus, 2 to 4 players, 60 minutes. Get ready for an exciting new mission playing as Dom, Brian, Letty, Roman and the rest of the Team Toretto on a harrowing high-speed heist. Go up against heavily armed enemies with your hot cars, daring driving and jaw-dropping vehicle-to-vehicle leaps of faith. Whether you're taking down a swerving semi filled with valuable cargo, stopping a rampaging tank in its tracks, or bringing down a high-tech helicopter as it rains fire from the skies, you'll have to work together to take advantage of every team member's strengths. It's up to you to pull off the job no other crew can do. So, it comes with 3 game scenarios: tank assault, semi-heist, and chopper takedown. Let's see what we get inside. So yeah, I mean, the other one I looked at recently, did an unboxing of and a review of, was the Rocketeer game, and I really liked that. So I'm hoping that this will be a good game. Nevertheless, I have high hopes given the designers. So we open up. We've got the instructions there. So instructions, and then we have the scenario sheets. So tank assault, semi-heist, and chopper takedown. Then you've got the board. So we'll actually cut through this plastic. Go. Now, my only sort of grumble was it's not particularly easy to know where the board actually separates. So there we go. So that's what you've got. So there's the play area. It's quite small, given that it is it's a chase heist movie. You've got a scene from the films, kind of, what you're looking at out the back of, from your side mirror, and then underneath that, this is what you've got. Hey, didn't manage to spill everything, and that includes basically different counters for slotting into things. So, for example, you've got these little base cars, as well. So they're sort of like the playing pieces, and you've got 5 of those. well, no, 4 of them, because essentially you've got like I'm presuming that's going to be a bad guy to go with the chopper, which is going to be raining down fire. That doesn't swivel, so you know that's disappointing. You've got big bulky semi, and you've got all these slots in here for pegs. So essentially, presumably they sort of like damage, and that actually nicely that does open up. Okay, so you've got a ramp there. Oh, and that does actually swivel a bit. Yeah, this is a little bit more. There's some articulation there, but not on the rotors. And you've got a little stand for the helicopter, so that just sits there on there like that. Then you've got the tank, and the turret doesn't swivel. Again, that's a bit disappointing. And then you've got various ordinary vehicles. So essentially, kind of classic sort of SUV type vehicles that typically in a scenario like this, they would normally all be black, but because you know somebody's already claiming the black car with its power unit sort of engine poking out sort of like the carburetor there at the front. And then you've got a whole section of black plastic cubes, dice, variety of different counters. Then you have reference cards. Let's see if I can get these open. Everything being covered in, wrapped in cellophane. There we go. So we've got reference cards for all of the players, and then you've got scenario cards, so chain reaction, tank assault, clothesline, sort of like these are the sort of like the stunts you can do. So what you've got on the front, that, and then you've got the details on the back. Just going for those, so grappling hook, leapfrog, and these are all for just the first one, and then we get on to say sacrifice fly for the tank assault, human catapult, and then these go up in different stages. Then we're on to side splitter for the heists. There we go. You're leaping onto the semis there. Inside job. And these are sort of manoeuvres and things that you can do. And then we move on to chopper takedowns. So we've got spring fire, spring fling, sidestep, and so on. And you've got a different view there, and then below that we have enemy cards. So these are going to be the actions that the enemy is going to be taking, like meat grinder, lots of meat grinder, rampage north, cargo thieves, and these are again are sort of tied into. So you have tank assault, the semi heist, and chopper takedown, operation takedown, and so on. So let's see the rule book. See the rule book and game overview of all the components, how to set the game up. So that's an example of the tank assault setup for 3 players. Course concepts explained behind the game. Skill categories, ratings, skill rolls, damage and defense, all neatly explained. Boost tokens and special powers, and that's all explained before we get on to how to play the game. And then stunt actions you can take. Roll the enemy die, and he acts. And then bring into play enemy cards, and then end of the round. And then at the end you've got frequently asked questions, so that's always useful. And then per the individual scenarios we have tank assault. So that's only just one sheet. Enemy heist is more complex. Basically, you've got like a overview and objective setup, new concepts that are introduced into the basic game, special actions that the enemy can take. For example, in the case of the semi truck, you can do a side swipe, and then rules for handling cargo, end of the round, and frequently asked questions for that individual scenario. And the last scenario is chopper takedown. That's the same kind of thing, but this is actually longer. So so it's actually like that. So the longer the scenario, the more complex it is. Or example, the more complex it is, the longer the scenario sheet. So yeah, that is everything in the Fast and Furious board game. So that's Fast and Furious Highway Heist. It's gonna be an interesting game to play. I think you don't necessarily have to be a fan of the films to actually play it and enjoy it. You're always going to do sort of like a bit of vehicular mayhem is always fun in a board game, and we'll see how this plays out. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below, and of course if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be able to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a parcel containing a book or game, in this case a board game, which I'll unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.